Okay, bonjour, hello, cześć, ciao, aloha, hola. I think that's, someone told me how to say it in Croatian in the comments. I totally forgot how to say it in Croatian. I will learn from next time, but good morning everyone. Hope everyone's doing great today. Today's video, I wasn't even gonna put in this whole episode thing that I'm shooting right now, but you guys decided, you guys who follow me on Instagram, the majority of you guys chose this one, which is about being a pro athlete and YouTuber. So if you guys don't know, my name is Luke Fitzgerald. I am a pro athlete. This is my 11th season, currently playing for Berck here in the north part of France, very close to the border of Belgium. This is where I'm at this season playing. And just want to talk about like being a pro athlete and a YouTuber, because I feel like there's not a lot, and I totally understand because being a pro athlete in general is physically demanding enough, but I kind of want to talk about the things that are good and bad about it, and then at the same time share how the two are very similar. With YouTube, I think, having none of the weaknesses that being a pro athlete has. So the first thing is like the judgment. Like being a pro athlete, you're always in the spotlight as being a pro athlete. When I go out and walk around in my city, to them, I'm a pro athlete, I'm a basketball player. So if they see me at a burger place, I don't really eat meat, but if they see me at having some ice cream, their first thought is like, why is he eating that? He's a basketball player, he shouldn't be doing that. So it's really, people really judge you and put you in a bubble. Like, you're a pro athlete, then you have to do this. This is how you should be, this is how you should eat. If I want to get fries with my dinner, they're like, well, why are you eating that? You guys have a game in 3 days, right? So it's like, very judgmental. So being like a YouTuber and doing it is sometimes, in the beginning, was really difficult, because when I'd film, I'd go out, show myself having ice cream cone, and then people would be like, well, we saw like 2 days ago in your videos that you were doing, and it was just like, whoa, guys, let me kind of live my life. I can kind of do what I want, you know? Normally people wouldn't see that, but putting yourself and filming everything you do, people really can judge you and can pick out exactly, well, you did this, you did that. And it really bothered me in the beginning, but I knew that I was looking always at the bigger picture. And it was kind of like being a pro athlete, I kind of have things that I don't like to necessarily share with people from the outside necessarily. And then being a pro athlete as well, people putting you in this bubble. When I go to travel, when I do things the night before the game, or we lose a game and I go out and go hiking next day, people are like, well, you lost, you shouldn't be going out, you shouldn't be doing this. And that's the kind of stuff that in the beginning was just really, really difficult to deal with. And it was kind of, I learned to like block out those voices. Like if I want to go out and explore, or if we have 2 days free from basketball and I want to fly down to Spain, or I want to do this, then that's what I like to do, and I do it. And I realized, looking at the bigger picture, and I always want to share that and bring you guys along. If you guys saw, I'm actually going to do another video, and it's called More Than an Athlete. And if you guys have seen LeBron's tour, he's been on this world tour, it was all about that. Because people in life try to put you in a bubble. Like if you're an athlete, that's what you should do. If you're working at McDonald's, that's what you should be doing. If you do this, that's what you should do. If you're a teacher, you know, they always put you in this bubble. But we're all meant to be so much more than that. So I guess that was always my bigger picture, was being able to share the journey, and more so be an example, showing you guys can do anything you guys put your mind to, and you just gotta do it. Don't let people put you in that bubble, because it's dangerous getting in there. Because every time someone says it, it makes that bubble tighter and tighter and tighter. I felt like me sharing my life, or me sharing my life as a pro athlete, kind of lets people realize that no matter what it is that you're doing, don't let people put you in a bubble. Do the things that make you happy and the things that you really want to do. And then on the same side is that being a YouTuber and a pro athlete, there's a lot of things that are similar, which made me, starting this YouTube journey, realizing that in the beginning it was so difficult. And it's parallel. It's the same with basketball. Like if you have no experience, I had no experience with video. It was 2 years ago I decided to pick up the camera and just start filming things. And I realized it took hours of work. I remember my first video, or my first vlog I did, was maybe 6 minutes. But for that 6-minute video, that was about 5 or 6 hours of work to make that video. Sitting in a computer, learning how to use iMovie. At that time when I was using iMovie, it was really difficult because I had no idea what to do. And just like being a pro athlete, in the beginning, you kind of don't know what to do. There's no, this is how you have to play, you're gonna do this. Because there's no set rule book of this is how you have to be as a pro athlete. You know, you need to go out there and find how your body is and how you play and your skills, and you become the best you can be. Of course, you look up to people as an athlete. We look up to the LeBrons, the Steph Currys, the Michael Jordans, the Kevin Durants, all these high athletes. But that's just as a direction ahead. But going along that journey, you learn how to do it on your own. You find ways to be innovative and find the way that you do it the best. Just like being a YouTuber. Everyone looks to Casey Neistat or Yoon Olsen or one of these other vloggers, and you look to them as that's the direction you want to head. But on the way, you discover what is best for you. What is the best way for you to film? The best way for you to talk to the camera? Do you like just sitting in front and talking to the camera like this? Then just do that. Me personally, I don't like it too much, but I realize that sometimes it's needed to try to get off all the stuff that's on my mind and on my chest that I love sharing with you guys. And then it's so similar to being a YouTuber and a pro athlete is because you can be working and working and working and working, putting all this work in hours when no one's awake, when no one sees it. And then you put out the finished product, which is like us going into a game, and that video does horrible. No one watches that video. Or it's like being a pro athlete and you can't make a shot after you've practiced this shot 1,000 times that week in trainings. And it's very similar like that. But at the same time, when I look at it, there's a lot of things where being a YouTuber doesn't have the same weaknesses as being a pro athlete. And that's kind of like, for example, being a pro athlete, you can work and work and work, all of a sudden, boom, injury, and all that work you've put in is finished. You know, you've missed out on whatever it is. It could be a career-ending injury, it could be a season-ending, a week-ending, but you lose a lot of the progress that you've made, and you gotta kind of start over again. Whereas being a YouTuber, if one video's not good, it's like we go on to the next one. Or if someone, like it's happened before, someone stole my camera, didn't have a camera, that didn't take away everything that I've done, just got another camera, started recording. And then another thing that we like to say, you can use it in a lot of sports, but we use it a lot in basketball, is that you don't get points for yesterday's game. Meaning yesterday, if I were to go out, score 30 points and be the man, that when I go into the next game, I don't get any points from that game. I gotta start all over again. But with YouTube and being a YouTuber, it's totally different. And actually, it's even better because the points for yesterday's game might make you more popular than the points you do for the next 10 games you do. Because people can always go back to videos, and there's the videos that people come and find your channel. Most of you guys watching this, you didn't find this video from searching this video. You found it looking up the Poland or Prague or Brussels or something you were looking up, and that's what brought you in. And that was technically yesterday's game as far as a pro athlete standpoint. And then at the same time, you know, a lot of my pro athlete friends, I'm always trying to tell them to document the things that they do, because being a pro athlete, we have a lot of time. You know, we train 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the night. And in between, depending on what country you play for, what city you're in, you have a lot of time kind of free, but no one wants to spend that time staring in front of a computer or going out shooting footage. I totally understand, which is why I don't really push my friends to do it, but I do mention it every now and then, guys, like, hey, come on guys, you guys can do this, or go and try to make a video or something like this. But I don't want you guys to get confused. It's a lot harder than it looks. Trying to, you know, with the trainings and coming back from training and all you want to do is relax and rest, and it's like sitting down at the computer 3, 4, 5 hours a day, and it's not as easy as you think. But for me, it's so worth it, and it's so awesome bringing you guys on a journey. And one reason why I really like adore this community, this friendship, or this bond that we have, is because you guys can come with me like everywhere that I can bring you guys, everywhere I can bring the camera. I mean, I don't bring the camera in my personal life sometimes, or into the locker room with my teammates or stuff like this, but having you guys, or I mean, for example, you guys are in my home right now. You guys are in my living room. Like, I just was sitting there watching Netflix, for goodness sakes. That's just crazy technology when I think about it. But I'm allowed to take you guys and bring you guys on trips and journeys. And if you guys have been around here a while, you guys know I can change countries like that. And for someone to follow me and technically literally follow me and say, okay, Luke, you're going here, okay, we're coming too. And it's like really, really difficult, especially if I don't know you. You know, I have played for so many teams in so many countries now. You know, when I left Australia, I had all these fans and these group of fans, kids that I worked with. And as soon as I left Australia, it was finished. I went to Germany and I built a whole new group of fans and kids and friends, and all these people then had to leave and then go to another team and then come to France, and then it's like a whole thing. And you know, all those people along the way, they kind of lost me in the sauce, or they followed the new people. But with this, with the bond that we have, you guys come everywhere. Just because I changed teams, it doesn't change anything. It's just like, oh, cool, Luke, where are we going this year? Or Luke, where are we going this summer? You know, and for me, that's just such an amazing thing, having you guys, your support. And yeah, it just means a lot to me. And I guess because I've only really thought about what I was gonna put in this video the last hour, and I'm sure there's a lot more I could talk about, but honestly, it's just having you guys along for the journey and bringing you guys along is probably my favorite part of being a YouTuber and making videos, and having you guys here and having new people come in, and then people go, and then new people, and it's just like a constant cycle. But there's that solid group of people who I recognize you. Like, I have like a photographic memory, literally. Like, I'll go on Instagram Live and I'll notice some of you guys and I'm like, oh, they're always here. Like, cool, this person's always here. Or I go on YouTube Live. I recognize people. I recognize people who I send the emails to. And it's just such a fulfilling thing that I think that everyone should do. And I can't tell you what's gonna happen in 3 or 4 or 5 years. Maybe I arrive at a place that you guys always want to be at in your life, and instead of me being there and talking to you guys, you will have followed the journey. And it's not about following my exact footsteps, because that's impossible. The people that I've met along the way, they're not there anymore. Those establishments, those people, those places, some of them aren't there anymore. And it's basically using me or using this channel or my journey as just like a blueprint for you guys. And going along the way, you guys are the one that chooses the way you do it. And I just want to let you guys know that I really appreciate you, and I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, just wasn't sure how, and this video is not complete. There's things that I'm gonna think of as soon as I push stop on this camera, and I'm like, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that. But I guess long story short, you guys who are still sticking around, is, you know, don't let people put you in a bubble. You know, if you're a teacher, if you're a student, if you're whatever you are, understand that that's not that's all that you are. You know, just because that's what you are, you can be so much more. There's so many more things you can do. And one thing I do recommend to everyone is that you guys document what you do. Don't worry about what other people think. It's something that I had to deal with in the beginning, and it took me a long time to get over what people were thinking about. Oh, Luke, you spent all this time making videos. You could have been doing this. I'm like, yeah, I know. Or maybe you should be resting after the game. Or maybe you should. And it's like blocking all that out and you just being quiet in your mind and you believing in what you do and you doing it. And I hope that through the videos and through my journey, you guys can see that. And I think that's kind of it. Being a pro athlete, a YouTuber, that's pretty much the easiest way that I can explain it. I'm just really excited for this season, really excited to bring you guys along, really excited for when I'm starting Black vlogging again in a couple days, or a couple more episodes like this. I've needed this to kind of get my brain together and just have a moment of just looking outside for a moment and just being able to look at the trees and look at the leaves and look which direction the clouds are going. This is the stuff that I see, but I need to film it in the day. So not having vlogged in a couple days is like, I actually can just look at it and take it in like, wow, the sky actually really is beautiful, like just staring at it for 10 minutes instead of shooting a time lapse for 10 minutes. So it's been great. Hope this video brought you guys some value. If you guys have any questions, please leave it below. I'm trying to get back to everyone's emails. I get so many emails about YouTube and pro athletes and all that kind of stuff. So any questions you have, keep them coming. Leave them in the comments. Check out the podcast. I always put a lot of, I'm gonna be putting some basketball episodes on there, me talking about the things you need of being a pro athlete. I have a lot of episodes talking about how I started vlogging, why I started YouTube, so many things like that. Podcast is linked below as well. And I think this is kind of it for being a pro athlete and a YouTuber. It's not an easy job, but when you kind of love what you do, it's kind of not a job, as I tell a lot of people. And it's awesome having you guys here. You guys are the fuel that keeps me going. I just want to say thank you. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Not sure what's next. If you have an idea for the next episode, leave it below. I have like 4 or 5 more planned coming up before starting vlogging again. But if you have any good ideas, good episodes, leave them below in the comments. I'll check it out. I'll hang around the comments for about 10 or 15 minutes after I post and get back to you. And on that note, that's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch or listen. And I will talk to all of you later. And everyone always remember to work hard, be brave, and don't forget to smile. Ciao.